Hi everyone, welcome to Nice Driving 37, my favourite series. Everyone benefits from a bit of positivity, and what about this for a great piece of road use? Roads are all about sharing, don't forget. If you can help someone else out, do so. Look at the position of both of these motorcyclists. It allows my viewer to go. Great work, guys. When someone pulls out in front of you on a driving lesson, it's not taught to accelerate into the problem.
Pull out for the learner driver.
I wonder whether this calm reaction is taught now by a certain instructor in Leeds. I sincerely hope so. Another good example of how it should be done. Another road user sacrificing a little bit of their own space to encourage flow. This time my viewer holds back, allowing the lorry driver to emerge safely, and it's appreciated. Would you have had this same thought?
See if he wants to come back over. I don't think he knows that goes back over. The way he would need it. Three, two, one. Hold it. There you go, Ashley.
Class job. Nice one. My viewer could have possibly stayed a little further back from this van on the right hand side. A pocket of space, remember, but they were far enough back to still deal with the van trying to move left. The driver of the van might miss you from here. Still nice, but improvements can be made. This clip's also a pleasure to watch. This was not Jeremy Vine on a motorcycle. You get days like this sometimes where accidents not happening rely on good driving. The first one's with this van. Well done to the driver in front. And the next one with a vehicle coming from my viewer's right, where my viewer sorts it out nicely. Both turned into non-events. Less than acceptable for the Ford to the left blocking the crossing, but my viewer did brilliantly to spot the next pedestrian. This was a nice save, but honestly I don't think my viewer should have put themselves in this situation in the first place.
Holy. Oh, you scared the shit out of me.
It wouldn't have scared me because I would have been expecting it. A little touch further up my viewer's got to lane change to the left because this right lane is heading off the motorway, and they keep an eye on the mirrors brilliantly. A terrible manoeuvre from the driver of the Audi. I bet that's been mentioned one or two times, but well done to my viewer for keeping an eye on the mirrors. It's just as important to see behind as it is in front. This is another terrible manoeuvre, this time by the driver of the Mercedes. It's always a nice idea when the vehicle in front of you goes into a yellow box to leave them a little more space in case they need to reverse back. Even though the driver of this Land Rover doesn't look whatsoever, my viewer handles it like a chief. Not a murmur. This emerge is just as bad, but this time the driver does see my viewer and just pulls out anyway. Remember, you can't teach people like this anything. This ambulance in the far left corner of the screen was a great spot by my viewer. They probably wouldn't have heard the ambulance because they had music on. My viewer manages the vehicles behind and slows down smoothly.
Manual recording will now start.
The proximity and the attention of people behind has a lot to do with how you deal with situations like this. It's quite unusual to be this way round. However, if you find that a faster vehicle is approaching behind, possibly think about parking in and letting them pass. I think it's a shame that I don't get enough nice motorcycling clips to make a full episode. Can you do anything about that? I'd like to say a massive thanks to everyone who has supported the channel by buying a dashcam with the links in the description. Use the code Ashley and you save yourself 5%. I'd also like to say a massive well done to everyone who is now trying to drive with a pocket of space near them. It reduces risk massively. Well done, Luke.
The roundabout onto the slip road.
What, space that? That's pocket of space.
Video
He's gonna love me.
My viewer and the oncoming car driver both do great jobs to keep these pedestrians safe. Even if they did pick one of the worst places to cross. Driving in Liverpool does require a fair bit of nice driving to keep yourself safe, unfortunately. That was definitely nice work. However, most major cities are going to be exactly the same, just like London is here. Again, another great pocket of space. It's easy when you know how. Being a nice driver takes a little bit of skill obviously, but it also takes you to be a decent human being. Sometimes just having a little bit of care about someone else is all it takes. This driver in front's driving a newish car, and they've broken down. Or are they ill? My viewer Phil, who we often see driving the big crane, stops and checks everything's okay. In the end it was only gearbox trouble thankfully, and there was nothing wrong with the driver. Phil also wanted to give a big shout out to this guy in the van who stopped to help with his son. They both helped push the car to safety, and when they arrived at the stricken car, he said, "Everyone can see that there's a problem, but not everyone will help," which is very true. If anyone knows this guy and his lad, please tell them well done from me. Keep safe everyone, I'll see you all soon.